Welcome to another episode of Behind the Stream. Oh my goodness, I'm your girl. Oh my goodness, I'm your girl, Michelle. I'm so excited to be here and welcome to another episode. Oh my gosh, today we're going to be talking about how I prepare for my live streams and how I create all of the assets and all of the things that I need in Canva to do what I do. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to give you a little sneak peek behind the curtain. Okay, you ready? I hope you are. Oh my goodness. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining. My name is Michelle Lawrence with LBC Branding. I help you stand out so that you can make your mark in the world. The way I do that is with my MARK method, which stands for mindset, authenticity, revenue, and knowledge. I do that via classes and courses and social learning, just like this. So what are you waiting for? It's time for you to make your mark. Okay. So let me show you. I'm going to take you behind the scenes so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So let's go behind the curtain to Canva. Okay. This is my Canva. I love my Canva. So much. I really do. But this is my Canva. Girl, it's too much. I'm doing a lot in here. But, more importantly, let me show you the last episode, right? So if you're hanging around here and you happen to you caught me live on Sunday, this was what we talked about on Sunday, right? And so we talked about how to create a unique value proposition for your business and, the steps to go with it, right? And so this was kind of what I talked about, right? But these are all the slides from that show. I know. But it's a lot. But OMG, it's a lot. But these are all the slides that I used on that show, right? And let me tell you how I do it and why I do it that way, right? So usually I start from a presentation. So let's say, for instance, if I'm here, right? I do have like some other things that are coming up that I don't want to show you just yet, but I kind of start off with a presentation. So usually what I do, I would go in here because I do these all the time. They're like right up front, right? And so you could start with the presentation by clicking there or clicking here to make a blank presentation. And, let's just jump into the one that I did, right? So my first slide is always going to be my thumbnail. Right. And so I usually start with the presentation and then make a few of the key slides that I'm going to use. And then I just resize it to a video, right? So, by the way, this is a pro feature. Okay. So if you have a free Canva account, you're going to need Canva Pro in order to do this. Right. And so this is the resize thingy right here. And if you click there, you can turn it into a whole bunch of different things. You could copy it and resize or just resize the whole thing. So usually I start from a presentation and then I resize it to a video. And I'll tell you the reason why. It's already a video. That's why it says no, I can't do it there, but it's already a video. But that's exactly what I did. I just resized it to a video. The reason why I do that, instead of just leaving them as slides, and then downloading them and creating videos, is that when I create different animations and things that go together, I kind of want to see the animation as it's rolling out. And that's the reason why I do that. So anyway, back to this. So the first slide is always the thumbnail. The last slide is always the end screen. Okay. Now, even though you didn't see this end screen on Sunday, you may see it in a behind the scenes or maybe a clipped version, right? And so I always create an end screen because I want to have a way to, say, hey, click for more, that kind of thing, right? Not only that, here, like, let me show you the big thingy here. So I want you to also notice, like, I label each one of these right here. And so as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and label this right now. This is the in case you miss it, right? In case you missed it, right? So when I do my promos, right, I usually start from, this week on weekend shenanigans or last week on weekend shenanigans. And so this is sort of like my template slide where I put the thumbnail for whatever you missed in here, right? Because this is a frame. And then I put say this slide right here into there. So it, tells you what you missed, right? And then I could change this to say last week or this week, right? And then back to this. Then I create my tips. So if you notice, tip number 1, right? And each tip looks the same, right? So if I wanted to like do a short with all the tips, I can download a video that has tip number 1, tip number 2, tip number 3, and so on and so forth. There were 7 tips in this particular one, right? And each one of these is animated, right? So here's the animated version of this one. So I'll play it out. Let's hit the playhead here, and you can see I have an animation called breathe on this. And so it just makes it bigger. And then this goes right into the B-roll for this particular tip. Okay. Now I do it. This is the other reason why I create a video out of it, because I wanted to see that cross dissolve. Did you see that? Did you notice that? So like right here, this little thingy in the middle right here, this is a cross dissolve animation that I put between these 2 videos. And so I wanted to see how that played out, right? And so if you have it as a presentation and you put like an animation or something on a video, you can't really see it. You can't really run it as as a presentation. I mean, you can, but to go from scene to scene to scene, you really need to be in a video doc type. And so that's why I usually change it to that. Okay. So anyway, but that's just me. You don't have to do it. I'm just showing you my process. Okay. So, all right. So now we have all the tips again, right? And then we have the B-roll. So if you notice tip number 1, and there's tip number 1 B-roll, and so on and so forth, all the way through. Right. And then, so this right here, this first segment, I want to show you, that it is a button on my Stream Deck. So I'm also using this to kind of, make sure that I tell the full story, because I have my run of show on my Stream Deck and it has everything on it so that I could like make sure I'm pressing all the buttons and doing all the things, right? And then, look here. So here, these are all the takeaways, right? So if you notice from slide 35 to slide 41, those are all takeaways, right? But I want you to also notice, now if you hang around my channel, you would have seen something that looks like this. So if I play this through, notice each slide, another takeaway from that episode comes up basically. And only the one thing is animated. So I wanted to see what that looked like, and to make sure that only that one was animated and the whole thing didn't animate, right? And so that's usually how I do that. I love that because I could turn around and clip this, right? And use this for a short video. Basically, what I'm doing is figuring out a way to work to see the end goal from the beginning. So from the very beginning of this, I need to know what I want to get at the end, right? So at the end of doing a live stream, my Sunday live stream, I want to be able to have things that I can clip, right? So each tip, that's a clip, right? Each tip is a clip. Okay. And also each little element is a clip, right? So remember, we talked about how to create a unique value proposition. So each one of those, I can do a quick little intro and say, hey, here's a tip. Here's a tip that you can use to create your unique value proposition, and just kind of go through 7 clips, right? I can do it all as one thing, or I can do one clip at a time. So that's 7 pieces of content that I can use on social media. Okay. Then we talked about Jasper. So I can clip out just that little piece about Jasper. And then we could, here is the call to action, right? So of course, I can go back to this. This was the call to action for the Jasper. And so remember, if you saw it, for the girls who know, okay, check out that link, lbcbranding.link/Jasper to get 10,000 credits. Okay. For the girls who know. Okay. So anyways, you might want to go back and check that out, but just go on the link. Okay. Just go on the link. Okay. So yeah, so you could do that, you know, I could clip the thing about Jasper. I can clip the takeaways. I can clip, this part right here. Hold on. Let's go back to over here. Like, let's go back to this. Here we go. And, you know, doing what we're going to do next week, next week on Weekend Shenanigans, you know, what's coming up next week. And then I have an end screen for that. So when I do my little clips at the end of that clip, I already have the end screen. I don't have to come up with anything. This is all in one project. Okay. This is how I do what I do, because this way I don't have to recreate the wheel. It is right here. This is my blueprint. Okay. So I hope you got something really good out of that. Okay. Because, oh my goodness, it took me a minute because I was going back and recreating the wheel, and ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, here's a question of the day. What is your process? Do you have one? You know, are you making videos, right? I just wanted you to see a little bit of what I do so that, you know, hopefully it'll be able to help you. Okay. So, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I got a chance to show you a little sneak peek behind the curtain. Okay. So join us on Sunday for another episode of What? Weekend Shenanigans. I had to remember what day it was. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.